The Black Hills State Yellow Jackets are traveling all the way from Spearfish, South Dakota, down to the CCU Event Center to take on your Cougars. I'm Jack Jones here with Spencer Pattison. On the year, CCU is 9-17 overall, 5-15 in the RMAC, which puts them at 13th in the RMAC. Black Hills State is 23-3 on the year, 17-3 in the RMAC, which puts them at second in the RMAC. They are a very tough team, but Spencer, tell us a little bit about the history of this matchup.
Yeah, these two teams first matched up against each other in the 2012-13 season. Colorado Christian right now holds the advantage, going 10-8 all-time versus Black Hills State. Recently, Black Hills State has been on a roll against the Cougars and on a roll in every single game they've played, winning 6 of the last 8 matchups. Earlier this year, they played in Spearfish in South Dakota. Black Hills State won 80-51. Colorado Christian struggled and had no one scoring in double figures. Shaylin Woodbury had 8 points, 2 rebounds in just 10 minutes, and Joel Scott for Black Hills State had 16.6 rebounds and 1 assist.
Yeah, and let's talk a little bit about Joel Scott.
How can you not?
He's the reigning RMAC Player of the Year, and man, he's trying to do it again. This year, he is 3rd in the RMAC and 9th in the nation in points per game with 22.5 per game. To go along with his 22.5 per game, he's averaging 9 rebounds a game, which is 2nd in the RMAC, 1.1 blocks a game, which is 5th in the RMAC, and is shooting 60.8% from the field, which is 2nd in the RMAC, which is just ridiculously high. He has scored in double figures in every single game he's played in this season with a season high of 31 points. Man, he's trying to be that back-to-back RMAC Player of the Year, and he is a tough player to stop. Next, Matthew Ragsdale. He's Joel Scott's partner in crime. This is kind of the 1-2 punch of Black Hills State. He's been playing phenomenal this year, averaging 14 points a game, 2.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists. But he's been shooting the 3-ball especially well. He's shooting 42.6% from behind the arc, which is 6th in the RMAC, and he averages 2.5 made threes per game, which is 3rd in the RMAC. His last 12 games, he has scored in single figures only 1 time, so he's been going off recently. He has a season high of 21 points. And then last but not least, Adam Musa. He's helped this team to victory with his amazing passing skills. He's the main facilitator on this team. He's averaging 5.2 assists per game. The reason I get so specific with that is because he's 1st in the RMAC in assists per game, 22nd in the nation. To go along with those 5.2 assists, he averaged 11 points per game, 6 rebounds, and a steal. He does everything for this team on both sides of the floor. After coming off of 2 straight losses to Fort Lewis, the Yellow Jackets fall from 1st to 2nd in the RMAC. That matchup was incredible. Fort Lewis was 10th in the nation. Black Hills State is 3rd in the nation. As of now, Black Hills State is still 3rd in the nation. We don't have the updated rankings in the nation. So those two teams are going to switch a little bit, but they should both still be in that top 25. But in their most recent game, they played Adams State, where they won 97-78. Joel Scott had 30 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 blocks in that game, hitting every single one of his averages. PJ Hayes was right behind him with 20 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. And last but not least, Matthew Ragsdale, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals.
You cannot forget Black Hills State just last season were the RMAC champions, and somehow they look better this year.
Oh, my goodness.
Getting Matthew Ragsdale, all players becoming better. Somehow Joel Scott got better. I don't know how. He's already insane. But, yeah, they have a really, really good team. Adam Musa, like you said, 5.2 assists per game, number 1 in the RMAC. It's got to be nice being able to have those 2 guys to pass to all the time.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at Colorado Christian's key players, though. Starting out with Jason Gallant. Gallant has been going off recently, scoring double digits in the last 8 of his 9 games, or in 8 of his last 9 games. My apologies. During that time, he averaged 15.5 points per game. On the year, he's averaging 13.5 points per game, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. He hits 3.1 assists per game, leading his team and is 7th in the RMAC, giving me a mouthful. He's a great player, doing so much. DJ McDonald, the fifth-year veteran, he has been the key piece to some of the success for Colorado Christian. On the year, he's averaging 14 points, 1.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and a steal a game, just like Le Gallant. He has been playing well in his last 9 games, averaging just about 16 points. In that time, he had 5 games with 17 or more points going off. Now, last but not least, can't forget about him, Noah Kahn. If there was a 6th Man of the Year award in the RMAC, Noah Kahn, he would win it. Off the bench, he's averaging 11 points per game, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. His presence on the defensive end has been crucial. He is averaging 1.3 steals per game, which is 10th in the RMAC. In his most recent game, he had 5 steals. And in that game, Metro State, they lost in a close one, 75-73, an overtime battle. Colorado Christian was so close. DJ McDonald in that game had 20 points, 2 steals. Noah Kahn had 16 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and of course, those 5 steals. And Isaiah Alonso, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Really played hard, but couldn't quite get it done.
Yeah, and now we'll head to your keys of the game. The
That's a good
first,
hit.
thank you. I tried to switch it up a little bit. Your first key to the game. It's a bit broad, but you have to play the best defense possible. Like Spencer was saying, this team just won the RMAC championship last year, and they might be better this year. They have so many different players to look after. Black Hill State is 3rd in points per game in the RMAC, and it all starts with stopping the reigning RMAC Player of the Year, Joel Scott. But after you stop him, you still got to keep your eyes open for these other guys like Ragsdale, Musa, Hayes, because they can all do it too. So you have to play the absolute best defense possible.
For the second key of the game, it's rebounding. A lot of the success from Black Hill State has been because of their rebounding, those second chance points, getting the ball away from the other team. They pull down 38 rebounds per game as a team, which is 1st in the RMAC. So, boys, box out and crash those boards.
And last but not least, again, more of a broader statement, but it's needed. Score baskets. You're gonna need some big games from multiple players if you have a chance to win this one. Having multiple players in double figures is super key to this game. Now, this game is in the CCU Event Center on Wednesday night, so be there.
Or be square.
Enjoy the game.